you.
Hey guys, welcome back to Whose Frag Is That? I'm Rob4 and joining me is Dodo. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome. And you've seen the series before, so you kind of know what to expect.
Well, I'm not very good at this, but yeah, let's try it.
Try your best. Obviously, you've got free frags that you'll be watching, so there's free points up for grabs. And then obviously, if you don't use any of the clues, you get some bonus points at the end. Sound good?
Yeah, good for me.
Let's do it then. Let's watch the first one. Yeah, do you recognize it?
Yeah, that's me against Movistar. Knife's muy.
Yes. Nice. That must have felt good. Did he trash talk you afterwards?
No. No, I like it because Mopors tried to knife me 10 seconds after this.
Well, mate, you recognised your own clip, so that's a really good start. If you forgot that clip of your own, that would have been a terrible start. But you're off to a great start.
Never.
So never forget your own frags. Okay.
Never.
Frag number 2. Let's do it. I'll give you the clue after we've seen the whole clip. Yeah, you've seen the butterfly knife.
Yeah, butterfly knife. I think it's War 2K, but I don't know. Okay. Oof.
That last shot was.
Yeah.
Okay, so the nationality is Danish.
Danish.
Mm-hmm.
I go for device. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, man. It's Dupree.
It's Dupree. Oh my god.
It's Dupree. Yeah.
Never.
So let's watch the last one.
I think I don't play on this year.
Oh, I reckon you might know this. I didn't know it at first. Obviously, I knew who it was because I know the player. But this last frag is quite iconic.
Get right? I don't.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
Get right.
It's get
Yeah.
right. You get a total 4 out of 6, which is very respectable. Oh, thank you very much. And guys in Twitch chat, thank you for watching.
Well, the stakes are high here as we move to Vertigo, and so is the height of this battlefield. Obviously, the specialty of Gambit, the second map in this series. The Betway odds favoring Gambit as we get into this one. We've got elimination looming over. There's only one spot left at the Blast Spring Finals, and as far as Gambit is concerned, it is theirs for the taking.
Dude, this could be 20 rounds. Unless we got a new game plan for Heroik. Pimp 8 brought up a great point, though. That really took the wind out of my sails.
Really? That's a first.
Because he's such a Debbie Downer, right?
Yep.
He's always bringing the bad news.
Yep.
He's a bad news bear. That in a 16-3 loss, yeah, you can analyze it and say we're going to come back and fix all these different things. But you didn't even play the second half, and you got everything wrong in the first half.
Right.
There are almost too many problems to fix all at once.
You'd think. Unless
Heroik come back with a renewed sense of self-confidence, fix problems they didn't know were existed, rework the entire thing, knowing that they had to go against Gambit in this rematch again, probably would have to in the future as well. Surely, Vertigo was at the top of their priorities list last time. I would imagine they would be a bit more confident on Inferno, but Vertigo, they stood no chance. 16-3 last time they played.
And all of these changes, this dire picture you paint, well, it would have to be figured out with 6 days. Over the top of construction they go. Shiro and Axile setting the crossfire inside this B site. Tesses, well, he tried to alleviate pressure, but the bomb being dropped by Shiro is huge. You can see Refresh desperate behind Big Green trying to get back into the play. 2 versus 3. Whoa, shush! We don't see these frags, but they seem to come from nowhere. Glock headshots after Glock headshots, and he closes with the 4K clutch.
Talk to him, shush. 4 kills.
Cue it to the highlight reel. We need to
Generator.
see what just went down.
He hit him on the right side, the left side,
And smack down straight through the center.
and the flank.
Wow, that's 2 right there.
Nasty stuff. You know, Shush and Refresh, both super underrated. We knew that for them coming into the team. Crazy to see the pickups work out so well. He's had a 180R map this event as well, even if we're talking about, you know, Cadian, Tessis, Stown as the core. He can do numbers too.
Katie in the front runner, VVMP9. Mac 10 prevails. One of 2 SMGs down. He throws fire on top of it, and we get the T's starting to scramble towards the B site. It's only Axile meant to stop them. Solo up mission. Starts off well enough. Stown's AK pulls apart the mid peaks, and it is Hobbit on his lonesome.
I'm loving the pre-fires, just like to say.
For a second, I just thought he walked off the building.
It felt like it.
Hobbit, no! That's when the Eagle swoops in and saves him.
This is a perfect guy for you to cast.
It is.
You're so excited for this upcoming Lord of the Rings series coming to
I can go all day long.
Amazon Prime. I hope Stown has had his drink of choice. He's always got the same
Water.
one every single match. It's not water, but it's close.
Oh. Gambit with their tankards of water.
Yeah, that's true. They have tankards.
Tankards.
Did you confirm? Do
I mean,
tankards need to be metal?
made of. I feel like they need to be made of wood.
Right. Or like orc bones.
Yeah.
Okay. But they've got glass tankards.
Orc flesh. It smells of troll.
Okay, all right. I gotta cut you off.
Come on, it's just the pistols. You expecting something special? I've got fingers crossed for it, but Cadian making mincemeat of these CTs. That's a lot of money, launders.
Yeah, that's not. Hey, money launders. What are you trying to say? 3-0? We've met our quota. So they say in South Africa. It's a new day, my boy.
Is that what they say? Have you been there?
They said it on 90 Day Fiancé, one guy from South Africa.
Okay.
I don't know if they say it or if he was... I definitely used him as a stereotype, but that one always stuck with me. It's a new day, my boy.
We'll have to ask Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic, if you're out there, is that something you say in SA? Africa, not America.
Buy up from Gambit. Op included for Shiro. Let's see it. You know, we had 3-0 to start for Gambit, or excuse me, Heroik on Inferno.
Oh.
Shush very quickly into the B engagement. And
That's a huge timing. Look at this. It attracts all of the attention. The paparazzis, they're coming over towards the B site quickly. And all the while, I think we heard them leave the site. I think they made a mistake running because Tesses, he's been sitting here collecting data.
computing.
And yeah, I think he's come up with a calculation. But Heroik moves slowly into it. Maybe can't even believe their ears. Did they really all leave?
Yeah, Vertigo's such a game of audio cues.
But even just ramp control is a lot. Knowing that Shiro isn't hopping down the ramp, for example. They can set up their grenades here. That is
Made damage. Hefty on Hobbit. Oh, shush! Man's got like 5 HP.
yeah.
Still manages to use that Mac 10 to take one with him. Katie, a nice late mid lurk. That gets Inter's turned back round, and he loses his teammate not only towards mid, but also back on the A site. So he's going to concede this with an op on the save. Heroik 4-0.
As Amagater would say on his chess channel, it's It's now a brand new game. Okay, 3 rounds we got for Heroik last time. We're in 4th. This is uncharted territory, unprecedented. Precedented.
This is a weird one.
This is timing.com.
2 guys in T-spawn. And there's the punchline. Refresh to the back of the head. Clears the board for Gambit. And they don't have money, of course, so we're looking at the 5-0.
I think it was a clear mistake.
It's the 5-0.
It was Exile dying on the B stairs, taking a peek. That's not the mistake. That was the timing, getting caught in a great kill by Shush. Could have easily lost the duel. But the mistake was 3 players on A immediately running over to the B site, thinking that no one had stayed at A. But Tessus had a little shine in his glasses, like an anime villain. And then grinned. And there was a shine on his teeth. And he said, come A.
And they did. And then Shush with 10 HP ran through a smoke grenade, Mac 10 up.
And then Shush, after all the yelling, said, hey, let me entry. Ran through the site, got an extra kill. And what could have been a closer post plant. Exile, he's probably pretty angry. He's died a couple of times now, peering over the half wall into the B steps. Tessus back to old antics. And I like this because on CT side, Tessus is playing the short shelf, and he's very good at it himself. And I like when a player plays the spot that they defend on the T side, because they know the good angles and what's annoying.
Takes one to no one type deal. Oh, that's a new lineup.
Interesting. See,
yeah.
Tessus, his own worst enemy, so good at playing the short shelf. Sometimes he forgets his T side. He's nading for the T's to come in.
Hey guys, Pimp here. I got a new trick for you today. First, you want to pull out the nade and throw it in your own damn face. Smoke over the top of the wall for the A site. Cadian swinging the big green, looking for his angle. Nafany's gotten dangerously close.
You can call this the danger zone.
Ooh, nice slide from Tessus. Swings out, easy headshot.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Shiro, he falls back. Inters is dead, so just very clean executions coming out from Heroik. And I'm not just talking about utility, I'm talking about their kills, baby.
Yeah. The only damage that Gambit did this round was what Tessus did to himself.
That's quite the dire picture.
Oh, this is really good, man. I mean, this is what...
You'd hope for.
Yeah, this is great.
You'd really hope for.
Yeah, because it sets up... You know, who knows if we go to map 3, but...
We can at least see a second half out of Heroik.
Maybe, yeah.
And that much more so than what we got in their last showing. Stown keeping it clean for Heroik. Still 100 health for 4 of them. Exile looking for the bangers, and it could be Stown up first at bat. But denied. Cadian's op shot lands, and Heroik sure enough on fire.
No.
A T-side that extends beyond the pistol win and conversion. Tessus slippery that round. Just wide swings.
2 players have 12K each.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, Tessus and Stown, after they spend even, down to 11K, just getting a new belt of utility. Brand new belt 1K, that's it. 2 ops in play here for Exile. He's pissed off. Losing duels over on the B site. Missing his timings just slightly, but it's been pretty aggressive. Here he takes another peek. Even better time, spawn time this round.
Tessus on his own here. Refresh coming over, but...
Yeah, I mean, he has been just lurking around. Oh, that's an annoying molly. He actually forces the runs on both sides. On both sides.
What goes around comes around.
Free smoke coming in. Ooh.
There's definitely more than one player back here now.
You do want to spam this. I mean, and I'm talking to the T's here.
Tessus, more grenade damage. This time not his own.
HEs love him.
And it's a frag magnet. Nobody behind the sandbags. 2 players short to possibly face Cadian. And a third CT in sight in the form of Hobbit.
Yep. Heroik, good position though, taking damage. Shiro could
Warning
put
shot.
an end to that. Yeah, they don't fall back at all. Trades in place here for Nafany. He also recovers the op for his best friend Shiro.
And holds it.
Says, watch this.
That's his first kill of this second map. Flashbangs flying towards him.
Oh man.
30 seconds.
Ironclad on this angle. You know, the spam shots, the flashes that come through. He's just not giving up ground here, just like Shiro.
Hobbit hasn't moved, so finds the face of Refresh as smoke fades. It's on Shush to try and crack open this B site. They've left themselves just enough time to sprint that bomb in if he finds his opening. But Axile looking to lock it down. Couple of shoulder peeks, and he denies it. Down, trade frags there. Time is of the essence. Gets on site. He could have. With the incendiary landing and Inter so close, he opts not to, keeping his gun up for only a moment, but he is sent sailing. Gambit, the assailants, take their first round win, keep those double ops in play.
It's actually not that caught. You know, 1,400 plus the, you know, full kit, the gun and full kit that he had. But lots of money here left over for Heroik. And a relatively close round, so Gambit, you know, it's expensive. It's actually not the worst situation in the world here for Heroik just yet. When in the new economy, when you get a giant lead, it's only really powerful when you win those rounds decisively as well. When you don't, that's when 5 rounds will dissolve. Comeback will be so easy. But Heroik have done a fantastic job of winning rounds cleanly.
Nice shot from Axile to start. Enters position unknown to Heroik. Tesses on a swivel. He doesn't get himself a second refresh, one and done. Hobbit's a little bit worried about middle. That's not for him to be concerned about. He needs to focus forward. And Tesses looking to stand tall. Hobbit closing this distance, and down goes the bomb carrier yet again. But Stound's trade frag is in. And the more attention he draws, the more time he buys for Cadian.
This is...
The one thing they can't buy is bomb control. It sits inside the B site.
I feel like this is the Cadian special. He knows how to play with this much space so well, where there are probably so many question marks as to where the mid-round will come. He takes the biggest flank possible, which is obviously the least likely to clear out. Now, he's going to miss a player, but it almost won't matter as long as he finds one.
Damn.
So there's a timing potential here on our last man on B, and Shiro thinks he's way early to the A site. Now running back, 18 seconds left, and he realized the bomb must be grabbed, and Cadian can clear out back Jenny. He's also going to catch that rotation, and Shiro could get punished. Jumps up, gets shot down. The bomb gets planted. Shiro switches out to the AK, looking for the 1v1 and nails it. 1v2 in total. That's a defuse.
Damn, Shiro up close. Cadian trying to jump up those positions. He just slipped in between them. What a matter of timing on that A site. And you saw the internal clock on Nafany in mid. I like Nafany's position. If he was on construction, still looking towards site, then Cadian would have caught him sooner than that. But he comes back as he knows it works for him. Shiro, hot swap to the AK, posts up on Stound, post plant, and gets Gambit a second.
A lot of situations that could go both ways. That is a great mid-round, played perfectly. And I think Cadian was clear, like, at that moment, yeah, he got what he wanted out of it, but couldn't close it out. However, it comes close once again, and there's still enough money here for Heroik to buy in. Tessa's been doing a good job, whether it's off the information or just simply staying alive at drawing out some grenades and applying just the right amount of pressure.
Molly lands on him. Axile caught.
3 rounds here on rifles. He's died in this position.
He's getting countered.
Yeah, and he's kind of playing it like Dupree around the wood wall. Really good at this spot, but clearly Heroik have dedicated a lot of their attention towards trying to make sure that that's as uncomfortable as possible.
Three-man army back to the top of mid. Tessa's silent as ever. Drawing the attention, though. Gambit They've got two players kind of split, and this silent walk-up from Heroik, caught by Hobbit. He goes back to CT, back turn from Cadian, but only for a moment. Cadian doing a great job of cutting off that rotate, and Shush killing Inters, cracks the B site wide open. Refresh gonna join him. That's a bomb down guaranteed.
They find it. Another exploitable weakness. It comes off of the back of this opening on Axile, though, and that's what I think is key. It's so cool to see the game plan working out here for Heroik and the way that they're manufacturing these frags. You know, I'd be tilted if I were Axile in this situation. I think that's what's key, right? They get the kill so early in the round. There's not much space to maneuver around it. The 5v4 means a lot, and Axile is, of course, one of the strongest, most consistent fraggers on the round.
Nafany focused on this, but then Refresh does seem to still catch him by surprise, and Shiro dies alongside him. It's 2 up for Heroik in a 4-round lead. This T side definitely not done doing what it wants with Gambit, as they have so little money here in the 9th round. I doubt they put up a fight. Hobbit, look at this, comes, oh, okay, we don't see his perspective, but the first time he jiggle peeks, it's Cadian with his back turn.
He saw him, yeah.
He then goes back for the commitment, and Cadian's looking at him. Eyes in the back of his head, and Gambit's CT player dead. But a big pain point, Mohan, is that opening kill on the B site stairs, what feels like round after round.
Oh, I guarantee you. Listen, I know I know Axile is rock solid. You know, he's the star player, as Nafany said. He's got the girlfriend. He's doing well in school. I don't know how he does it, but he's also human. And anybody who's died on this many important rounds in a row, they're going to be tilted a little bit. They're going to be rocked. Their favorite spot has been compromised. No matter how they approach it, it's costing them rounds. You got all the excuses in the book, but eventually you've got to explain why you've never figured it out. So far, there's been very little success for him peeking down those steps. Absolutely the play that has been winning the game here for Heroik. And, you know, we're talking about Gambit on a, 11-1 on Vertigo. The gold standard for Vertigo in the Tier 1. The team that everybody's learning from. And right now, Heroik's game plan is shining through in a way that most other people can't. In the last 4 times that they played Vertigo, I'm going to do the math really quickly here. 21 rounds were won by 4 teams against Gambit. That's including a 16-3 victory over Heroik last time. So a 2-7 start
is huge.
Already pretty unthinkable.
Heroik looking to show us an anomaly tonight. Looking to keep that head-to-head win in their favor. And to savor the lead over Gambit as long as they can. Stown cranks that dial, opens up on the B site, but it's Axile. Attack from both sides. Stown trades. He's going to do a good job of delaying these CT rotates, which makes it so easy for Heroik to move in and plant.
Damn, the call.
Nice angle. Hobbit almost catching Shush on the side of this smoke, but a second one plumes in his face. Not ideal.
Man, Stown doesn't react at all. Doesn't want to give up his position. Drops that incendiary, falls back. And, man, these contact walkouts, they're sick.
They're killing him.
Listen, if you do the contact and you get opt, you look like a fool. If you get that much ground, you get the opening kill, it's too late to respond. You can't throw nades from A site once the middle of the Vertigo has been split open. You have no choice but to hope that Axile is going to be able to defend. And, oh, okay, Shiro combat opping in the post plant.
Yeah, we take
just
those.
For exits. At least gets a couple of kills, but I mean, who cares really? Heroik win the round. They do it confidently, and they're bringing in new stuff now. Oh, they're feeling it. They're awake. They're energized.
Refreshed and feeling good. Stown over top of construction, wasting no time to chop out that B defense. Wow, such little time to have made these changes. A previous...
Oh, wait, what?
What's he shoot through? Through the floorboard. I've got the wall bang on my side. That angle, yep.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, man, what exactly? How crazy are we gonna get here, Katie?
Oh, some new wall bang.
But all right, nothing too wild. Everybody, just stay calm.
Yeah. And this is on top of a 5-match streak.
Who's next?
Okay. Apart from one loss to Virtus Pro, which was 14-16, we're talking about 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10-1 outside of that one loss 6 matches ago. Should be too big to fail.
Should be. Another easy pickup. I mean, it feels like Heroik can do no wrong.
I'm loving the attitude that's coming out of Tessus when he's working A ramp, because I feel like there is some pressure on players to do a lot in this position, make a lot of noise, make their presence known, and he's found a way to be active in an audio sense, as well as apply a little bit of pressure, be that guy to lead in when they need to, but more importantly, not die almost ever when he's been holding in these spots. And I think that's key, and it's crazy to see how much of, just to throw a nade here, Axel's got to be just livid. He can't do anything. He's literally, no matter what, he can do everything wrong here.
So hard countered.
Yeah.
Dude, we don't have a single player on Gambit with more than 7 kills.
We got to stay focused on this B game plan right now, because Tessus is letting them know if they need to go back A or if they can later on. Game plan this game, unlike most people's T-side game plan in 2020, 2021, is towards B.
Opening kill towards middle. Shiro gonna get a man advantage here for Gambit. And there's a doubling down. Nafany. Tessus tried to give chase there. And I think that's a chase that can be afforded.
They lost a player, so.
Yeah, exactly. On top of that, we think of the confidence brimming over from Heroik. 7-round lead. T-side of Vertigo. Like an unreal, near unbelievable improvement.
Do we have utility? So,
Double smoke.
yeah.
Double molly.
Yeah, they come through with some kind of execute here.
One towards sandbags, they put it up. Now that's a fake, of course.
Look
There's
how
nobody actually back there.
Look how scared Gambit are of mid and B, though, right? This is Heroik going to try to play a mental game, try to judge the rotations based on, you know, what they would be scared of. And I actually love that Axile is still kind of holding on to some ground and not playing it like, you know, a total baby back in the site, getting that one passive kill. He's still doing what he needs to do on the B site.
But they're coming. Ooh, that's immense damage. He leaves Refresh and Shush with like 34 combined. They've still managed to find footing on site, and an Incendiary buys a little bit of time. Shush has looked real good, 12 and 5. And Refresh moving forward. Inters takes his teammate down. He almost snaps that onto the face of Inters, but it's a single kill for Refresh in the post plant and a 3rd round for Gambit on the board.
Finally, Kidding gets taken out on B, and Nafany draws Tessus out. He puts so much pressure through the smoke. He makes him believe that he's actually going to run away. Keeps eyes on that smoke push. Molly's in front of the smoke as well, and then takes out Tessus. So they're clearly talking about things. This is the success. Rounds, of course, max possible. Of course, max possible. But you know, at this rate, I would love to see rounds, of course, max possible. But you know, at this rate, I would love to see Heroik get even more. They already got their ass handed to them on Inferno. They need a big win here. And that's only to get a 3rd map.
I mean, even when they lost this Vertigo map, they still walked away with the win in that series, which ultimately matters more. But the one thing they're looking to claw back tonight is not only their life in this showdown, a little bit of damn respect.
Yes. That can't be understated.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That is on the money. Poor Tessus. We saw him emotional last round.
Saw that.
That's a kick in the teeth. Cadian creeping in.
I'm sure, yeah, they saw that. They're going to use the flash to push him up, but Cadian holds his ground. He loses a lot of health on this duel, but he gets away with a kill. That's enormous. They're going to be too scared to be able to, like a kill like that, you can't just simply re-aggress on A ramp. Instead, they try to take a peek at mid. It costs them there. Down, he comes out wide, pushes Shiro into the smoke. No, he doesn't get the kill, but he causes a rotation, gets some info, and knows the op is dead.
Shiro's trying to jump up. Stown gonna feel the heat of this moment.
Oh, wow.
He fades away ever so slightly. We've got the bomb coming up that A ramp. This one player on B locked into his corner. That's contact the Axile, but it's over on A that Heroik are setting their sights. This is just a ruse. Oh, but Stown still keeps at it, attacking from all directions. And the CTs don't know what the hell is hitting him.
They still haven't found him, and now he's in a new position. He'll get more damage off on Axile. But the round is already lost.
Dude, Stown like a banshee, just shrieking all around the map. Gambit deafened by his presence from all directions.
Yeah, he completely controlled them there. That was crazy. Such a nice jump spot from Shiro to try to kind of safely get back info just in case.
Spray.
For what it's worth. It's still a situation where economy barely matters here to Heroik. They've got money. It's mostly about Gambit holding on to theirs.
Which they will. Cadian gets tagged up by the player he kills and a frag before falling back. But I mean, Stown, man of the hour.
I'm a stan.
Yeah. Props to Prius. Doesn't change off of him while all that stuff's going down on the A site. And I see why, man.
Must be on a delay.
Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry. Forgot he plays it easy.
Observer aimbot. No, of course, he wouldn't do that. Yeah, you could see it. He
just tells the tale.
He was just playing with a level of prescience. You were like, okay, he's locked in. That's the spot where you get peeked from behind. You can get, anything could happen to you. You're just on a balancing board. People are shooting guns at you. But he stays balanced.
It's just pirouetting.
Yeah, also makes it exciting to watch. Two rounds left here in the half. On Heroik find another successful trade bows. The Cadian, mid-round play there to get the revenge frag on Nafany. And then them realizing that Gambit are going to take some kind of peek for information and punishing them as well. Inter's going down that mid-B setup. Lots of holes right now.
What's that smoke? Sitting up on the rafters and Nafany over on short shelf.
Really got off the short shell peak. They do a good job of holding their ground back here, though. We've seen that.
Cadian.
Molly comes down. Cadian takes it. A huge risk. But he knows the value of that opening kill.
Of course. Burnt down for 70.
They spread, and they're still in a position to, get set up for nades. We haven't seen a classic A exec.
Right.
We've been fortunate enough to not have to see that, but yeah, surely it's about time.
And they're going to get aggressive. Try to play ahead of it. Refresh down on ramp. Cadian back behind him, and Tesses, that third layer to holding off these peaks. CTs
desperate.
Look like they want to stay persistent.
They don't want this exec to come.
Smoke lands on them. Man, look how much they're fuddling their positions. Stuck in the mud.
You can tell how uncomfortable they are without this control.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
We're talking Gambit on Vertigo. For now, they can stay clustered. We see that second player and even a third start to peel away from A. This silence that Heroik blankets over the map works wonderfully. Shiro smoked off. A tough job to cut down anyone from these numbers. Goes for the wall bangs onto the bomb plant and will not hit his mark. 2 rounds to play. Do they contemplate the save now that more smokes fall forward? Shiro's just going to try to fall back, and Tesses through the wall. Not going to give him that chance whatsoever.
Man, not too flashy. 12 and 7 for Tesses. Quietly having so much impact in here. You could see it. Exactly what Gambit wanted to get out of it. Pushing down the A ramp, like, okay, we put some pressure on. Hopefully they go bead this round. Man, you've never seen Gambit rotate around this scared in a long time. Not sure of what's going on. Not sure why they're not getting the openings. And it's not because they're slacking. They're just getting out-dueled.
Cadian dies with bombs, so be it. Ooh, called out, but the op moves forward.
Wow, statement half here for Heroik so far. Yeah, The infamous smoking cloud. That angle's covered.
I'm stunned. You know, sometimes when your expectations are so far off the mark.
Maniac said it. This is a very high-level game of CS, even Inferno, for how one-sided it was. But we're witnessing a couple of teams that can pick a game plan and actually execute it and get the results they want. There's no messiness in between. Interesting play here, reaggression of mid. Cadian seemed prepared for it. Damage gets traded on both offers.
Each of those offers having a player to play off of.
But even here, when the CTs have to peel back, it's the Ts who win because they get the positional control. Even though there's no kill to be had, that's all the CTs can get out of it. They don't want to hang out in these forward aggressive positions, so as long as Heroik know that they denied a tactic, that's a mental victory.
50 seconds left to play in the first 15. A shocking improvement from Heroik's T-side Vertigo. A Gambit left stunned in the sidelines. And a halftime break to try and recompose themselves before they take to the offense. But what type of margin of error do they finish this with? Grenade advantage here for Gambit. But again, the numbers spread so thin.
See this? So that mid-round play, Shiro's hypnotized at mid, has no choice but to sit and wait.
And they just burst up.
Cadian with the lurk on B with the off.
But look at Daphne. An attack from the back, 5 seconds to spare. He stops the second player and almost a third one. It's all down. Inter swings out from CT to get that 4th round for Gambit. Another squeeze, another hectic moment, but a little sigh of relief for Gambit as they have to take to the offense after the break.
The Prince ring, I unboxed it, first honor.
Player 2, please. It's got that Mega Man vibe.
I'd say Cyrex. It's one of the better A1S skins for sure.
Hyperbeast is a very good design. The blue phosphor, brighter M4, I guess.
Icarus fell all the way. You buy Icarus fell for sure.
You guys make it too easy. Blue phosphor, locked and loaded.
Blue phosphor, because pretty sure it's a new skin.
I think I'm gonna go with the Cyrex. I mean, I think the blue phosphor is just too simple.
I would say Cyrex. It's not like the same color on the entire weapon.
I'll go with the Cyrex. I like the combination of red and black.
Two very cool ones. I'll go with the Cyrex over the blue phosphor here.
I prefer the blue phosphor. It's more shiny.
I think I'll go with the blue phosphor. That looks pretty clean. I like how shiny it is, and the Cyrex is just like an old classic, but I think I've seen it too much.
I prefer the blue phosphor here. I think it's really vibrant, quite a nice color as well.
I mean, who doesn't love Mega Man? Go ahead and pick the player too.
I think it's a tough one. I like them both a lot. I'll go with the player 2 skin just because I've never used it.
I think both M4s are actually really nice, but I think the Icarus Fell is more to my style.
I remember Sharks playing with it in 2016 or 15 so, and I will go with the Icarus Fell.
It's hard really to pick, but I think the player 2 looks a little bit like cooler.
I'll go with the Icarus for this one.
I go for player 2.
I think the Icarus fell. I think the player 2 is just a little too much for me.
I've always liked the Icarus Fell for the M4, so I'd probably go with that one.
The Pearlescent finish is too unique to pass up. It's the new gen. Print Stream wins this one.
I would definitely pick the print stream because I'm using it right now.
I like the print stream. The heart on the skin.
I'm gonna go with the Hyperbeast because I think it's a more neat looking skin.
This one will be Hyperbeast again, because I just like the Hyperbeast sort of color scheme.
I will go with Prince Stream. Nowadays it's one of the best looking skins on this weapon.
The print stream. I prefer the white one. It looks more shiny again.
I'll go with the Prince Stream just because I like the simple look.
A real close one. I'd say Prince Stream just because of how it looks. Like it changes colors in the sun, like I was talking about earlier. You can't really get that with the Hyper Beast, so.
Well, surprise, surprise. Believe your eyes. Heroik lead 11-4 on Vertigo.
They're on the rise.
Oh, it's no longer a tankard. You got a little cup.
What a surprise. Realize. Nasser was playing earlier. This guy named Realize. We were both, because we're, dumbass casters, thinking, oh, Realize. How can we say it? We never got to say it, so.
Never got our
use
chance.
it now. Pistol round, 4-11. The most elusive, unpredictable scoreline in history.
Again.
Happening again. We'll see. Well, Inferno was a 10-5, and then the comeback didn't happen. Oof. Plant is a win here for Gambit.
A couple flash bangers on Gambit's side and a bomb plant.
Are they gonna? They have so many. Sometimes when you have a 5v5, you do flash through because you want to try to trade down a little bit. But in this situation, it doesn't seem like there's gonna be an opening. Late flash. One last flash here for Inters. We'll see how he uses it.
Nice shots from Hobbit, Axile, and Shiro. 4 kills off the pistols. Counter-terrorists, once those smoke fade, never seem to have a chance. Stound backs up. USP swap, no time. Hobbit hits the headshot, and Gambit hit the ground running on their offense.
As much as we hate talking about pistol rounds because of how strong Gambit have been on Vertigo, this suddenly becomes far from over. Whereas Heroik at that 12th, 13th potentially, they could be decent and still win. But Heroik at that first tap definitely impressed and didn't get lucky, didn't win the swing rounds. They just earned it every step of the way. They absolutely bullied Axile in that first half. Axile still, because he's such a good player, managed to get 11 kills, but overall he was almost totally denied for that entire time. So Heroik looking for some eco damage. I mean, of course they'd love the win. They're investing here, but this is just common thing to do, of course. With the way that Deagles are, you don't even have to have some specific crazy game plan. Aim for the stomach, shoot twice, and the round can go your way. It's just so damn strong.
Get him with the gut punch.
Yeah. I wonder about Shush's comfort levels over on the B site. Not because he hasn't played it, but just how much he likes it, where he's at. Because this is, the max level of threat. That's the only reason I ask.
Ambitious.
He's actually got a very strong Vertigo rating overall. 1.19 all time.
On Shush.
Yeah, that's he's very, very strong. Wow, very low DPR. Well, that's exciting. So 1.28 rating across 6 maps versus top 10 teams, top 5 as well. So, okay, 25 seconds.
Yeah, they've got them all drawn over to A site, though.
Yeah, okay.
Heroic's kind of just scrambled, running around the map. Hobbit's going to let one cross back over on middle, but, I mean, this is all theirs for the taking. No stress for Gambit. Kind of playing down to the time. That one single B kill is what really makes the difference.
Yeah, so when we talk about Gambit's Vertigo, also incredibly strong. Apart from the Gambit loss, let's erase that. They would have been on a 6-map win streak, 5 or 6 map win streak. 16-4. It's just the teams are not quite as strong. 16-4 over Saw. Biggest victory, 16-3 over Voivoda. Cloud9 killers.
Backstab.
Oh, money. Big money.
What goes around comes around, Cadian. Taste of your own medicine.
Yeah, true. What a moment that was.
Wow.
Where were you when that happened?
With you.
Wait,
I was
what?
with you.
Were we watching it at the same time? Oh, we were doing this co-stream.
How forgettable am I?
Okay, Joey was there.
Launders and the other guy.
Joey was sleeping. No, I forgot I was even there. I forgot I was there.
You know what was almost as good as the clutch itself?
What was almost as good as the clutch itself?
The cast.
The cast was fantastic. I was so proud going across the internet to freaking live stream fail all these random places, reading comments about how Counter-Strike casters are so good. I'm just proud to be another Counter-Strike caster. Shout out to Machine and Sponge. They absolutely carried that moment. Such an important moment. And the thing is, it's not lucky. If it was any moment.
No.
You know what I mean?
That's skill, baby.
They're as consistent as Cadian is, so they would have been just fine.
We got
Finally, the players met them halfway, you know?
It's a package deal. And smacking back these CTs on the short side. It's a pleasure to chase a bar set so high. Heroik chasing anything in round 18. With just 3 USPs. Jumping MAC-10 headshot because why the hell not?
Viable.
He even inspects it like he did it on purpose.
People used to really cry about the SMGs and like jumping running accuracy and stuff, but I think it's a good balance. I mean, shots like that are kind of crazy, but like it never gets too out of hand, at least when it's like good guns versus bad guns, I'd say most of the time.
These are pistols after all.
Yeah, MAC-10 is a pretty strong gun. It's probably
Thanos snap.
I wasn't prepared for that. One bit.
Gone but not forgotten.
Well, he slightly rolled back in his chair too. Sheesh.
Buy back in from Heroik. Let's see if they can put an end to the 3-round start of Gambit. Heroik's T side went 5-0, fast as could be. Grenades exchanged down ramp. Smoke soon to fade and enters Patience to catch a man top mid. There will be nobody seen in this position. 3A for Heroik. 2B.
Clearing out some of the more infamous close positions here as Nafny makes his way up to the sandbags. Or as they say in French, sandbages.
They don't say that.
Confirm, no. The double setup here, it's not perfect, right? If you have a sick shoulder peek, you can take out one, then the other. But you gotta be Tom Clancy to be able to pull this off. So we'll see. It's coming. We got the right angle here. Cadian spotting this, and we saw the big difference for Heroik was they did a good job on the, or sorry, Gambit did a good job of not letting this ground up. But this Molotov,
one man comes forward.
Yeah.
Cadian 11 HP, but he's posted. Turns from the flash. But Hobbit actually eats that.
Wait, what the hell? He can't see him. Oh my god.
Whoa, Cadian holds this down.
That could be a pivotal moment. He holds on to short shelf. His teammates can focus forward.
We do have Nafny with a kill at B, but that gets traded.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Bomb is still running around here. 10 seconds left. They're actually thinking about saving at this point, but the trade comes in.
No time to plant.
One player left.
It's done.
They can't make it to the bomb plant zone.
It's done.
Wow. That's
what a squeeze on this A site.
Man, how much of that came down to Cadian's one kill?
Him and Hobbit just both completely perplexed by that flashbang.
Wow. You
Look
could
how
see Hobbit
long this
regain
was.
vision, but just could not tell apart the CT from the wall in the corner.
And then Tess over top of their own smoke.
Yeah, this is big too. Sip from the tanker. Tack timeout call for Gambit. And it's not about the strat, it's individual decisions.
Okay.
It's a default loss. It's not like they go into the execute in the post plant and did some things wrong. If Hobbit is going to be 100% honest, he's going to say, I got unlucky. Gambit, he did re-aggress. I expected it. I didn't see him. Won't happen again.
Got a couple of knife kills tonight.
They were actually both on Cadian.
Like I said, man, what goes around comes around.
Goes all the way around, yeah.
They're all, like, they're not going to let him forget about it.
All the Karambits and Cadian.
Still not as nice as the Talon.
$3,000 he's given up.
We've got a couple of smokes here on ramp. Nothing too crazy from Heroik. You know, Cadian getting cut off by that incendiary and getting up close versus Hobbit. Like, that was a risk he had to take in that moment.
Yeah. It's about this, though. Yeah, it's like, it is about him staying here. And Tassesh holding on the short shelf. He's the rifler who's going to be here normally.
met by more smoke. Hobbit's getting flashbacks to that last round. Oh, that's a good grenade.
This is the thing. You know you're going to eat damage here. Molotovs are going to come your way, but it's really just about who is playing chicken.
Okay.
You lose this vision, suddenly all the spots on the site get compromised that want to watch down the ramp. That angle that he had over top of the smoke watching down the ramp, that doesn't exist if you don't have short shelf control. And this is where Gambit got a little bit uncomfortable too. Now the DT pull back.
Missed op shot, trade frag back. Axile's got the kill. We've got Cadian missing op shots, refresh down low, and yet still he goes on to the kill feed. But the round comes down to a smoke spam from Stown.
Wow.
And that's a 13th here for Heroik.
I think that's a nervous moment. This game has been so high level between the two of them that it's rarely come down to who is whiffing. This is a round where it's almost mechanics that cost them. That opening kill should have been his coming up the ramp.
That angle we had in the corner of short side, you saw the exchange of grenades both ways. Tons of utility all around the site and tons of decisions being made off of each and every single piece.
Absolutely.
One grenade changes the outcome.
Yeah. And it's all about compromising positions. Just think if a T turns that corner onto the site, no one can be top default. Everyone is scared here holding. There's no shadow advantage for players peeking around the crane because you can't stand there. They want it bad. They both do. They both want to secure that position.
Who can keep up to this kind of pace? With decisions made so quickly. T's lined up. TessS, good for 2. And then comes Naffy right back into the action with a third kill. A headshot next to the crane clears out the A site single-handedly from a 3v5 to the 3v2.
Holy hell, if they play this too slowly, the fast flank is coming. I'm going to call it a fast flank. It's walking, but it's quick. They might catch a timing. Axile comes off his position.
No one's
he had
watching.
eyes on it, but he's also the guy responsible for the bomb plant. CT's now coming up.
Back in. If anybody peeks back in unsuspecting, then they could very well be caught. He enters well. He gets just the first one. Naffany right behind Stown puts a bullet upside his head. And Heroik offer over yet another.
That is all about Naffany's punish right there. Even just getting yellow control compromises the spots on the ramp, right? Look at this. Look at how many players are looking down the ramp that aren't paying attention to him, thinking the job was done. A fantastic opening with the flash and spray transfer from TessS. The target selection to fail the first spray, look for the second guy first, and then go back and finish off his meal.
And then that one real head-to-head duel on the third frag. You know, the first two are trades, catching them mid-transition. But the third pickup, that's the one that keeps him alive, offers overman advantage, and primes Gambit for that 8th round win.
Swing kill, and look, it's worth 2 as well.
Axile, 2 kills before the pistols pop him. They can't go too much further. The B site, or excuse me, A, is just TessS with his Zeus.
I like the idea of going towards the gun as much as, you know, that's the gun they have, just because no armor. Also, if you fight it, that's a gun that they can't save in the next round. You're also potentially protected if they don't grab it. And there's info there. But it can pretty much do no wrong versus 3 USPs. These guys play so slowly. Seems like just such a stressful. I feel like I just burn calories holding an angle in this match.
My brain would overheat.
Yeah, I need to eat like a pizza in between rounds.
You do that anyways.
I would do it anyways, but now at least I have an excuse. I don't want to get shamed for it.
USP can't stop that bomb plant. Shiro's been patient enough to deny them the gun save, and he keeps himself standing. Now this is curious.
Oh my god. Wait.
TessS.
Wait, he's gonna get knifed?
Yep.
We're up to 3 knives so far this game.
Hobbit with his elven blade.
Hobbit doesn't even smile.
Slicing him like a giant spider. I'm telling you guys, it was close. It was close. I almost had it.
A good effort. The money's no joke. I mean, it does actually add up to a lot at some point. You're getting $300 per kill sometimes. They already made $3 grand off 2 knife kills. Butterfly effect. Ashton Kutcher, watch it.
Guns right back up. Cadian. Good deep angle. Naffany's going to be cut off. Shush shuts down Axile, comes back despite the flash. With a second kill here in the 23rd, this could take Heroik to a comfortable 14th round win. And a strong 5-point lead. But Nafany got out of that cubby down ramp. Now, of course, bomb possessions offered over to Heroik, and that's why they keep 2 players just right on top of it. But Tessas, his peak's called out, and Nafany goes looking one better. Cadian, ooh, dancing with death. Nafany jumps up.
Wow.
Cadian creeps back. Shiro's Deagle looking hungry on this B site. They decide to just go stack that bomb. Screw it. Leave Nafany alone. Push forward even. And it works out wonderfully. It's going to have to be the 2v4. They push onto B site, which offers Gambit, mid, and A. They forego A site. Nafany doubles back down underneath them. Now, Hobbit could come in with a well-timed pinch, but does he have a teammate to play with? It seems not.
No way Train is coming.
25 seconds left over. And Hobbit with 7 health has to save. A 14th round here, guaranteed for Heroik.
14th round with full control, looking better in both halves. Better in both halves?
Both halves.
This hasn't happened in forever against Gambit. Again, their one loss was 16-14. I mean, that came down to the nitty-gritty. There's never been a situation like this where the other team blew a lead and looked so good in the first half and equally as good in the second. This is some beautiful CS being played right now and definitely makes up for the fact that from what we saw on Inferno.
And what we saw previously on Vertigo.
Right.
You know, it's an improvement based on what we saw 1 week ago, and it's an improvement based on what we saw tonight.
Yeah, these are the Vertigods.
A fresh-faced Heroik to take us to Train. And if you guys don't remember, Train was a hell of a game.
26-28.
But that being the 3rd map of a BO5, the game kept going. Here at the Showdown, we end on it. SS around the short side. Nafany just beneath him. Lots of posturing going down on A ramp. A consistency in the second half.
You see how like Nafany's the guy working the ramp, and on the first half he's the guy fighting down it. Tessus is now here on the short shelf, and they're both playing it a little bit stylistically differently. Nafany almost never approached from the short shelf, always from ramp side. And Tessus peeking down off of yellow more than he was as well. I mean, never getting to that spot. Shush, again, great stats apparently on Vertigo in his career. Likes this side of the map as well.
He sees it. He sees it right there. Look. Man jumps up and he manages the head.
He stays calm.
He's got players in abundance.
They need to throw another nade if he keeps delaying.
Oh my god, he peeks out and takes a second.
And they deny the push inside the site. They cannot scale. Run boost coming in.
They're going to throw the Tech 9, but it's flubbed. A second attempt with no nades for Gambit. They chuck him onto the boxes. Hobbit sticks the landing, 10 on 10. But can he hit the heads with just that Tech 9? His teammate's dead, and so is he. Heroik on 15.
That's it. If we look at the first half and we see how well Axile did holding B, it wasn't well. Every time he died, they lost the round. Shush so far has been really consistent. Yes, we've seen less of Shush because the game plan has led to be less often. But in the 2 rifle rounds so far, he's either gotten a kill and stayed alive or got 2 kills and died, which is good enough to delay for the rotations to come in and for the rest of the kills to come through. He's been great all alone. It's not a fun job holding B down those stairs. A very hard, flat angle. That's why people push up a lot to the half wall, take the fight to the T's instead of sitting back. It requires a lot of timing peaks. There's not really that many god angles, like a series of gimmicks. Lots of different ways to peak, but all of them feel kind of dangerous. But yeah, Shush looking very, very comfortable. Lots of utility damage from both sides. I mean, more so, like crazy amount here for Gambit, but still, these are just very healthy numbers. Is this it? 15-9. An insane upset in the making here for Heroik.
Unthinkable.
In a series where last time they traded the opposite maps.
Just another layer to what is turning out to be an awesome head-to-head in 2021. We got TSS with a deep angle. They're going to activate off of that. Flash was primed to push. Costs them Cadian. 2 CTs fall back on short, and they've got to rotate here from Stown. Grenades in TSS's hands, and he swings out for a single kill. But these pistols prevail for the time being.
Well, they can slow the plant, but the op's up on Nafany. Bomb will eventually go down.
Vertigo not over yet. 2 players to fall back on short side. Frag in sight, smoke to follow them. And look at that, scrambles their positions. Oh my god, and the blind from Shush. A 2 versus 3 to try and take this over the line. Stown and Shush push forward.
They've still got a smoke on Stown for the bomb as well.
They're trying to challenge. He hits that shot. And this bomb's not planted for them. Smoke on top of it, and Shush, he's gonna stick it. The silencer. Heroik 16-9 with huge improvements in such a minute amount of time.
A masterful mid-round to close it off when they finally made a mistake, showed a hole in their game, and got pushed back up the ramp. 2 players shooting at once on that ramp, and they decided to pull the pin and rush them. And then Heroik,